All right, so we are now live on YouTube. So
Keep my pants on.
yeah, well, or no, but not to just to let you guys know, not to yeah, you know what, they get what they get. Oh, these hipster glasses, I don't like that. All right, and 1 minute, turn the lights off. I'll be right back. Derek, your entertainment. Be right back. Okay. Oh. All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna wear that other watch. No. Just that much.
And I'm glad we got to this last minute.
All right. Yes.
Yeah, I'm sold out.
All right. Welcome. Thank you. Man, that's so unexpected. Welcome, those of you here and that are joining us. I am the Derek. This is Comedy at La Casa, which is, I built a comedy club in my living room because I need stage time. I had my first 15 minutes in Kelowna on Thursday, and it was really good. Went really well. Check it out on my channel. So I did this because it's stage time. I need to hone my craft and go through my sets. So this is for new material, for getting polished, but it's a night of comedy. So we're gonna have about 30 minutes of stand up, and then the Derek interview segment, and then story time with Uncle Juice Box. So as I said, I am the Derek. Now, my name is spelled D-E-R-R-E-K, like Derek. 1 R-E-K, 2 R's, E-C-K, right? It's still a Derek. Then you have the Derek's. All right, now for dawn of time, I guess. The Derek's and the Derek's, we haven't got along, right? So it's, D-E-R-I-C-K, right? Double R-I-K. The X and the X have always been a war because the Derek's get a bad name because of the Derek's. Step Brothers, Derek. Right? His brother is Derek. All the dickheads in movies are Derek's because they're dicks. Well, lately, I was about a year and a half ago, something united the Derek's and the Derek's. And what that was a new spelling of the name Derek. D-E-R-Y-C-K. D-E-R-R-Y-K. Derek. And so, for the first time ever, the Derek's and the Derek's were united against a common enemy. And the Derek's, we had to choose, and I guess I would rather be a dick than a dyke. So that's a little bit, I'm just going to move this real quick, because I don't know much about computer doings, but
Doing some computers.
you know what, it's good. There's that. Got 1,000 so far. You could have given it a second. You'd have laughed like right away.
Sorry.
That's adorable though. All right, another thing too tonight. You work some new material, so I had to move that. But this is just, it's a flow, right? This is not a polished set. But so ended that one with, I said, I'd rather be a dick than a dyke. And then that's gonna go into this series of jokes where, the game rock, paper, scissors. Do you think lesbians play rock, papers, yes please? Or rock, papers, thought you never ask? Or rock, papers, when? Because the rock, papers, buy me dinner. right? Or like rock, papers, pull my hair. For rock, papers, bitch, I said pull my fucking hair harder. What are you doing? We're lesbians, not dolls. See, I think about that stuff because, well, I'm trying to be a comedian, so that's kind of got to make jokes, right? So the dick to the dyke's not bad. Now, I think that there's a lighter side to almost all aspects of life. Now, oh yeah, if you hear that, my dog, it's our dog, it's our little Princess Prada. She'll probably be up here soon enough, but her aunt and uncle are here. Which, by the way, I get a big special thank you out of province guests, president and vice president of the Derek Fan Club. Yeah. There's no elections or anything, so if anybody wants to challenge that,
It's easy.
president, well, you can put up a little bit of a fight in that, you know. It doesn't have to be.
I'll take them.
Yeah, that's woo. Michelle right there. Nat just rolls over. Yep, hit my
I'm
belly.
married up.
Yep. So that's awesome. Out of province, yes, thank you guys very much. So there's always a lighter side to life. You know what I mean? And lately, and we're gonna go down and we're gonna explore the lighter side of crack. The lighter side of crack cocaine. Now, much as my trans joke, much as my joke about this set, much as my other jokes you'll find out tonight, I don't think, unless you've experienced something, you should make fun of that experience. But you don't have to be a crackhead to have an effect of the experience of one, right? Like my uncle. Lived in my whole life, single mom, he would show up, right? Mom, bless her soul, no money, but always food, wash your clothes, and I do that now. I used to foster crackheads here, right? I did. So, we have different rocks in the house now, but, right, they're better. So, there's always a lighter side to things. And again, you don't make fun of the person, but there's definitely some funny fucking things about some of these situations. For example, a crackhead is the only motherfucker that's going to show up to your house and try to sell you a 42-inch flat screen TV from Lithuania. No, that happened to me. It was still in the box. Okay, the plug-in didn't work in our plugins. It was from fucking Lithuania. Right? That's funny. It's the lighter side. Crackheads are the only guys that are going to try and sell you 4 rolls of toilet paper. Like, not 4 rolls together. Like, 8 kind of half rolls here and there, right? Yeah, happened to me. Right? Crackheads are the only people that always have bags of clothes that are never theirs. Right? Crackheads always have 1 or more boxes of cereal open in whatever car they're driving. No gas. That's another thing. This is not so much a lighter side, but this fucking next thing, it needs to kind of be looked into. The gas mileage fucking crackheads get. Because you're bleeding hard like me, and anybody out there's got this call before. Hey man, I'm on fumes. Just outside Revy. I don't know if we're going to make it. We're on fumes. Okay, well, dude, I got some, go to the thing. I'll get the gas and the jerry can, the thing, okay? I don't know, man. Okay. 4 hours later, dude, what's up? You get in an accident? Oh, I work in Calgary, man. What's up? How'd you get? You stop for gas? No. And they were on E. I've been in these cars. It's fucking insane the gas mileage crackheads get. Diesel doesn't matter. Truck doesn't matter. Stolen car, maybe. Nope, doesn't matter. The strength, right? The strength. And that's a real thing. So, one of my old fosters get the call. And it's the gas call. They're not far away. Then they blow a tire, right? And somebody comes by with, his other friend who both clean, and I told this to this guy. I'm like, look, man, I did my thing. I had you clean for 4 weeks. You were here. Things went south, right? I love you as a brother, but I'm not doing the pretend game anymore. You smoke crack. I'm not going to try and save you. Just don't do it in my driveway. Right? Because he gets enough of that shit from everyone else. And the fact is, you could still be a very, very good person on the inside. Right? But just try and sell me one flip-flop. Right? Crackheads in footwear. This is why I got to talk about this one. So, when I come home, and this again, I got to joke about this. When I came home from hugging my mom's casket, true fucking story, okay? I come home and I hadn't seen my uncle, who has been a crackhead since 14. Listen, I tried saying person living with addiction. I tried to be politically correct, but my uncle put it fucking best. He would be dead if he wasn't a crackhead. And last time me and him talked, 2 times ago, I talked him out of killing himself. Apparently that's on me. And you know how? I told him to pick his fucking boots up. You're a crackhead. You're not a little bitch, I said. I got the transcripts. You want to see this shit. I said, think about this. PJ, listen, I said. This ain't for everyone. But you an OG. Okay? Now I feel sorry for my uncle. There's so many things. Oh, he didn't have a choice, didn't have a choice. When he was underage, an exotic dancer back in the day was plying him with some sniffles, drugs, and enticing him for sex. Yeah, you're an addict to crack now and have been since then. Like, you know, but like, oh, I kind of, you know, that's one where it's a little, you know, but still, I told him, I says, these young kids, they need guidance out there. And this is fucking true. Okay? Fentanyl's taking over. All this shit's taking over. We need your OG crackheads back. Mm-hmm. No, you gotta listen. If we're legalizing it all, right? That's terrible. So my uncle's like, yeah, you think so? I'm like, and I had to break it down in reality. I says, when you're steady using crack, do you hold a job? Yeah. I says, do you ever go up or down or over an amount? No. I said, dude, the only times you fuck around is when you get clean, 6-7 months, then crash, and then you overdo, and then you and it's fucked for a year, and then you get clean for, you know, a year and a half, right? He's like, yeah, fuck. I'm like, dude, how many prescription drugs they try putting you on to regulate you almost the same way, right? I'm not a doctor, I'm advocating for this, but this is real life shit that I've seen, right? And he's just like, yeah, you're right. I'm like, dude, you're fucking telling me that I gotta tell a crackhead that he should be a crackhead? Yeah, you're right, he says. So I come home from hugging my mom's casket the day, and my uncle disappeared the day before. Said he's been clean, he's on straight and narrow. So I come home, and in true crackhead fashion, as in the lighter side of crack, or in this case, like the half side of this crack. I come in the backyard, and he's passed out, pants, that's the thing. New age crackheads, they get naked, it's gross. They're pooing everywhere. No. OG crackheads always had that big, long butt crack, right? Like their like the butt crack but it's just butt crack. And so there's my uncle, passed out, on, no shirt, pants in the butt crack, crackhead butt crack, right? And here's the thing. Yeah, crackheads. He's 2 feet. One of them had a shoe, no sock. Just the other one, right? Yeah, had a sock, no shoe. And that's right. And so I'm like, PJ, where'd you get that pool floaty? He's like, from your pool. I'm like, I know our floaty. That's not our floaty, and there's no other pools around here. Where'd you go yesterday? And here's the thing I love about OG crackheads, too. They don't fuck around with all these bullshit stories of what happened, right? If you're an OG crackhead, this is what happened. I went to the store to buy a pack of smokes, and I ran into a friend I knew. Then he had some crack, and we did a bunch of crack, and then, yeah. Right? That's pretty much when you buy a pack of smokes. Left my phone here, shit, couldn't get a hold of me, right? It's honest, it's truthful, right? It's respectful. And then talking to him, he's like, yeah, there's so, like, the street knowledge he has. Because he's overweight. Fat crackhead. Seriously. Always clean shaven, always this. Man, I can, again, talk about this because I used to pick him up at the drought centers and Red Deer, all that stuff, man. The wet centers. I'm like, what's a wet center? He's like, I don't go there, right? Always had meals, always had everything. Some people call it playing the system. I would say make it an understanding of a means of survival, right? But I said, why don't you teach this shit? Why don't you teach this? Because he would hate those halfway houses with, like, you know, it's a different kind. And so I'm like, why don't you teach this? He's like, dude, I'm like all these crackheads, the young crackheads. And I told him the story about how they tried to come and take the dog, and crackhead bear maced me and said, when his bear mace ran out, I kept coming, and PJ, even my uncle was like, he took his whooping, right? Right? We were talking about this earlier, right? Took his OG, crackheads fucked up, crackhead OGs took their whooping. No, I said, he did one of these, with the can, and then like tried to hit me with his car, but he's not good at hitting people with his car. He's good at parallel parking and screaming like a bitch. So he was ashamed. Even like, right? So last time I talked to him, I was like, how you doing, man? And I was like, you know, I was like, hey, all that crackhead stuff, hey, man, listen, you know what I'm saying is 100% true. Don't fucking go to a tree. It's done, right? And he's got a job, holding down, like a regular job, right? I think it's Wendy's or something, but he's smart, he's set, right? A little bit of crack, right? So, it's the lighter side of crack. Unfortunately, with the lighter side of crack comes the heavier side of crack. And that's the other side of the crack. The butt crack. See, that's the thing, we can work that out. But, see, like right now, I was going to go into white supremacy bit. But I'm not feeling it. I think that bit's got a lot of potential, and I gotta really refine it a lot more. So, I'm not going to do that one tonight. I think it's got like a few weeks before I bring that out again. But, because we were talking about a particular cinematic classic tonight earlier, a particular movie that I think got robbed in all categories: Golden Globes, Oscars, Tonys, Grammys. Over the top. So we're gonna talk a little bit about some TV and like nostalgia of TV and how TV has changed. So back in the day, like again, I'm old enough to remember. There's a TV show called NYPD Blue, right? I think it was like 98, 97. I did my research on this. An actor called Dennis Franz. Last season of the show, last episode, right? He showed his bare male buttocks for like 10 seconds, kind of going in less than 10 seconds, going in a steamy shower. The last fade out of like a show that aired at 10 p.m. till 11 p.m., right? Fuck. So there was a meltdown back then, right? Now, there was protests of the Mothers Against Pornography League, right? The people who brought you, what are those fucking warning labels, right? Those people, you got that whole, the group that brought you, anyhow.
Censors.
Yeah, censorship. Thank you. Thank you. Right, that's what we're here for. That's why we do this. Right, all the censorship. Like, right? You guys remember it was a huge thing on newspapers. So I was like, did some research into this. And so they were worried. Like Dennis Franz and them, after they shot it, they were all in this trailer, like the cast, like they didn't know. Not necessarily maybe they got fired, but maybe they don't get picked up. Maybe this, for a, 9-second kind of a butt shot. That was crazy back in like 1995, 96, right? Fast forward 2024, you got the Real Housewives faking their bleached buttholes on TV for everybody to probably see, right? It's changed a lot. So I think about how like Will and Grace. Remember that show? I like that fucking show, right? Megan McGall. Shit, I'm gonna put Megan. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Megan, right? Love her to all of it. She's awesome, right? And the show was just good. It's just a good fucking show. Fun show. I like the show. Because it had that old school gay energy. That old school gay energy, which was like fun. Like it was just a fun show, but it was like they're still dudes. Like they're still gay men, right? And it was just a good show and good show. So you guys remember when the two dudes kissed, right? Remember that fucking bunch of hoops, right? And so I did looking into it. And it was under 5 seconds. Because there's like a standard of FCC, right? It was under 5 seconds. They were fully clothed, right? Remember, they weren't embracing, like it was made, right? It was basically just that. For under 5 seconds. So, kind of have working this one in my head where, so can you imagine back then, I think I was like 96? It wasn't that long ago, right? It was, anyhow, mid to late 90s, these two producers. Because someone has to pitch this idea in like a writer's room or, right? Like the whole season's going good. Okay, guys, antics and follies. And those shows are also good too because like there's nothing in your fucking face, right? Everybody learned to respect everybody through the character development, right? Not through some boot shoved down your goddamn throat, right? Unless it's the German episodes, then that's like a different thing. But so these two producers have to bring this up to like the executives to get it approved, right? So back in the day, I'm thinking to go with me here. We're gonna take a little fun journey. So they're sweating right the night before. They're like, "Holy shit, man! All right, we gotta do this. This is like This was breaking fucking boundaries, right? Seriously, I was like, "Holy shit." Holy shit. Even though it was just kind of funny, it's like, I also did a little bit of other research, and this ain't no gay shit, this ain't no nothing, because that kiss wasn't gay either, right? I look back at like a ton of like sports celebrations and like all these championships and shit, like when like dudes accidentally kiss on the lips. Like, we won the trophy, right? Like, but it's just an accident, it's not an embrace, right? I don't know, man. And then there's some other times where it's like, man, was like, this one, anyhow, good. Some sports are just weird with that. But anyways, so these two producers, we're back on track. Thank you. I saw that look. Back on track. And they're trying to pitch this Will and Grace. They're trying to pitch this Kiss, right? So the season's going great. There's Emmys. It's a popular show. And all of a sudden, these two dudes, like one guy's gay, the other guy's not, right? Not that it matters. Doesn't matter. But just to add context, right? Mm-hmm. Like the gay guy's name is fucking, I don't know, Trevor. Good name. It's not a gay name at all. I don't think if I would have said Steven, right, gives away. The other guy, we're going down this. Gotta cut this out. I'm doing that thing. I'm trying to do too much character development. But yeah, so these two producers, let's get back here. And they're all nervous and they're trying to pitch this to the executives, right? And the night before, they're in the hotel in New York, right? Because it's a big deal. So the writers like, yeah, you guys go represent, right? But the whole community's behind them. Back then when it was just like the LGB. I think it was just LGBTQs back then, right? The whole community's behind them. Plus, and nobody else, right? But they're nervous. And the guy's like, man, I just got that house and Charlotte's pregnant. And then the gay dude's like, yeah, I had sex with a Filipino guy last night, so I can't lose this job either. But they're nervous and like, we gotta do this. They're sweating. So the night before, they don't get much sleep and everything. So they finally get to bed and like, this thunderstorm rolls in. Like, just go with me here on some magical, like, and they fast forward to 2024. So the premise is still these two dudes that wake up late. Fuck. Right? They're staying in New York. They take them down into a subway. They don't know. Right? Much has changed, really. So they go to the meeting. Still meeting the executives that they had to meet. Still nervous about the under 4 second kind of just kissing, like two dudes having a kiss, right? And so they're like in the elevator. Oh man, I can't believe we do this. Like we can back out. Right? No, gotta do this, man. Oh shit. Oh, Rachel's gonna kill me if this doesn't work out. And that straight guy's like, Rachel, why are you fucking talking to my wife? What are you talking about? He's like, it's girl stuff. Don't worry about it. So that's good. So they get to the meeting, right? And they get in there. Well, it's Executives 2024. Think about the evolution of television. What the fuck we see. Mm-hmm. So the executives are like, but of course the executives are all still straight white old dudes. Like that doesn't change. So nothing really perceives different. Right? So they're, all right, what do you guys got for us? We heard, right? It's groundbreaking. It's something shocking. It's, it's pushing the boundaries of sexual orientation and what we think of two men should be as lovers and, all the cool stuff, right? And they're like, okay, all right, man, this is it. Shit, they're sweating. They're like, okay. All right, here it is. The character, yep. Okay, they're going to kiss. The two men, they're going to kiss. But what? Under 5 seconds. It's going to comply with FCC regulations. And you know what else? They're not going to be holding each other. No tongue, right? They go down the list of how just, dry, puff wheat kiss this would be, right? Puff wheat, right? And then, so the executives are sitting there, and these guys are like, okay, right? But it's a step in the right direction, they're saying. Like, we need this step. It's never been done before. In the embrace that these two men just admit they're gay. Like, that's the other thing about the kiss. It wasn't like they were lovers. Those two weren't lovers at the time. It was just two gay dudes having an asexual kiss under 5 seconds. So Executives 2024 like, all right, where are they kissing each other? I was like, no, in the living room. No, like where on their naked bodies are they kissing each other? No, fully clothed. Other executive 2024 is like, is this like one of those throwback things? Like, right? Like, so you just want two fully clothed men that aren't actually sexually together, but are both gay to just kind of have a kiss under 5 seconds. Fully clothed. No tongue. Keep in mind, right? They're 2024, and the guys are like, wait, hold on. Is there a trans kangaroo involved in it? They're like, no, but no. Executives are sitting there now. Right, keep in mind, these two dudes thought they were going to lose their job. Their whole fucking life is over. It's just shit that they pitched was too risky. So the executives are sitting here like, it's thinking like that has kept us in the dark ages. It's thinking like that puts us back in shackles of 1994. Television. Get the fuck out of here. It's homophobic. It's transphobic. It's kangaroo-phobic. Heightophobic. It's 2024. And if it's not at least semi-nude, everybody doing some stuff, right? Think you know what I'm getting at? There's a lot of it out there, right? A lot of it. And it's not acceptable, so they get fired, right? That's kind of where I'm at. But no, I'm not. They go home. No, that's not funny. I'm going to say that again. No, that's not funny. But that's kind of what I'm working with so far. So it's got some, it's right. And keep in mind, I polish that up when it's like, but you see where I'm going with the whole premise. Like, it's changed so fucking much. But now the moment you've all been waiting for. My rendition of, quick rendition of Over the Top. So for those of you who don't know, there's a movie, I think it's made like 91, starring Sylvester Stallone, and it's called Over the Top. Wait, I gotta pull my pants up. This one, you know, this one gets heated. Which, by the way, these click-on belts, I can't remember the name, but dudes, these are the best belts. Like, they just snap and click. They're the awesomest ever. So, it's called Over the Top. Now, this is like right in the middle of Stallone doing, like, Rambo came out a few years ago, I think the second one, and then he had Rocky. Like, oh, this is mid-Stallone badass. Minus, like, I think Throw Mama from the Train or something, which I fucking liked. I thought it was a good fucking movie. Right? I think that, yeah. No, that wasn't him. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Did Tango and Cash. That was dope as fuck, right? And, so, Tango and Cash, right? I fucking like Tango and Cash. But yeah, and Assassins, right? But yeah, this was all in that fucking zone. So, Stallone, in the movie, he's a long-haul truck driver, okay? Now, when he was younger, he's from the bad side of the tracks. Now, the woman he fell in love with, and she fell in love with him, pure as the white driven snow, she's from the other side, the rich side. Her dad only had her as a child. He's a millionaire dude, but he's an asshole. He's mean. And when they got together, she got pregnant, right? And he paid off Stallone to go away forever. I think back then it was like $25,000. Well, it doesn't matter, right? Paid him off. And Stallone always felt bad. And the mom and him kept in touch. She never remarried and lived in the mansions. And the son got raised by the mean grandpa and, right, went to the boarding school, right? The thing about this one is Stallone plays an arm wrestler long-haul truck driver that's estranged from his son and then goes to pick his son up and has to fight the millionaire grandpa. In the midst of all of the cool Stallones, he tries to play this one dramatic. So, okay, part of the opening, like, dialogue, almost, like, not even 200 words in, Hawk, which is, my name is Hawk. I'm an arm wrestler, and my name is Hawk. Because he's trying to be dramatic. He's like not trying to be that badass and snap. I'm playing it cool again. Right? It's worse. It's real bad in this one. But so they're sitting at a diner, which, by the way, holy fuck, this movie makes it seem like every truck stop, every diner in America back then was like, you go through a back door, it's like there's this pit of underground fucking arm wrestling, right? With like no air conditioning. But everybody there's just jacked. Right? So they're at the diner, and the classic 80s fucking like dude comes up, the mullet, and he's all jacked on steroids, sweating, right? Glistening. He comes up, he's like, taps on Stallone, are you Hawk? And he's like, I'm trying to meet my son. I'm Smasher! That's so beautiful. So it's like some of the most, the opening, I'm Smasher! I heard you're the best arm wrestler around. Hey, I'm just trying to, don't provoke me. I'm trying to just have a sandwich with my son. Okay, so you're like the champion arm wrestler guy already established. You walk into a place that you obviously go to lots of times to win underground arm wrestling matches. People know who the fuck you are. Not now, though. Yeah. Go to an Arby's then, motherfucker. Right? Leave me alone. To the exact place you always fucking go. Okay, that makes any moving along. So he goes and arm wrestles the guy, and he does the over-the-top move, right, and all that stuff. So, okay, I guess the movie goes and it goes, and it's the kid and Stallone are bonding, but the dad, the angry grandpa, sends some goons after him a couple of times, right? Remember this shit? So you're thinking, like, because it's slow paced so far, but this is Rambo. You're thinking some shit's going to happen. Oh, here come the goons. You guys remember how slow that fight was? He, like, pushed the guy, right? Yeah, and right, trying to be dramatic, just throwing guys. It's like, man, dude, come on, Stallone. All right, leading to something. Leading to something. So, this goes back and forth. A bunch of bullshit happens. Grandpa sends the goons, all sorts of shit. Stallone's in jail. Right? Big Papa knows. Stallone gets out of jail, realizes he wants his son back no matter what. The mom says yes, all this stuff. Grandpa's evil, blah. So Stallone, you can feel it building, right? He drives his semi-truck up to the gate of the mansion of the grandpa. And I'll shortlist it, but he basically goes like, security guard's like, get out of here! Not one. Stallone's like, oh, I want to see my son. Guy's like, no. He's like, basically backs up, right? You're like, fuck, man, right? You fucking are feeling this. And then what do you see? What do you see coming up driveway? Those fucking headlights. And you hear that 18-wheeler shifting gear, and you're like, yeah, we're gonna get some fucking app, right? Stallone's here we go. I'm just waiting around for the dramatic. He drives the fucking semi-truck through the gate, drives it up, smashes the car through a goddamn fountain, smashes it through the front door. This is it, right? We're all, honestly, if we're dudes and even all of our hair is a little tingly, even just, right? And we're all like, this, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do the I'm Stallone bullshit. I'm Stallone. So he crashes it. He gets out of the truck, right? All this action. He gets out of the truck. Grandpa's up there with the kid. And the kid's like, Dad. And Grandpa's yelling, get out of here. He's not your kid. And you sign the papers. And Stallone's like, Michael, I love you. You know, right? And then Michael's like, I'm confused. And the grandpa's like, like, get out of here, he says, right? And now you're like, fuck you, dude. You're fucking done. Stallone has been waiting. We've been waiting. Drives the semi-truck through the gate, through the fence, right? Over the fountain, through the car, through the fucking front door. Goes, boom. Michael, come with me. Get out of here, right? Done. Michael, I love you. Come with me. Grandpa's basically, no. Stallone's like, all right. Right? He just fucking walks away. Because as he's walking away, the goons grab him because, like, dude, you just did a lot of property damage. You're not even going to throw a punch? You're not even going to walk up the stairs to go get your fucking kid. Right? He's like, Michael, come with me. No. He just fucking walks away. You crashed through the front door. Alright, so now he's in jail. Trying to wrap this up a little bit. He's in jail. He gets let out for mom to dying wish or make a wish or something. I don't know. Right? And he's out and he goes to the big arm wrestling world championships in Las Vegas, which that looks crazy. Back then, remember the Canadian guy with the beers drinking a gallon of motor oil? And then after that, he's like got the Alka-Seltzer. And every guy in there is like a giant. Right? And then Stallone is like, they say he's like 180 pounds or whatever, he's 200 pounds, doesn't matter. He's still the tiniest guy there, right? So this is the part of the movie that I just fucking kind of lost it. Kind of made me upset. So they do the interviews, right? Stallone already lost once, but he's in the finals against the biggest guy to beat the guy twice, right? Double knockout. And so they're doing the interviews, and they're asking all these different, what's your secret strategy? And the Canadian guy's like, I drink motor oil, and you lift trees, right? You know, and then they ask, right? You know, the Russian guy is like, what's your secret to get so strong? He's like, when I was a baby, the Germans slaughtered my grandparents and left my mother for dead. I have always been, okay, all right, that gives you strength, fair enough, right? He goes deep. Then they go and interview the other American guy. What are you going to do? He's like, I have the protein and the will of the God, right? And that's what gives him the strength. They go to Stallone. And they're like, you're the tiniest guy here. They're kind of rude to him, actually, in the interview. They're all like, you're undersized, but like 290 pounds and like a foot and a half by the smallest competitor next to you. He's like, well, still like doing good. Like, you know, by kind of, they bitch out. And I love this part too. I just thought about this. In the 80s, or early 90s when that was taken, his elbow's all fucked up, right? What did he do in the movie? He put like a shawl on it. Right? Right? He put that like a wool fucking shawl. It's not a compression sleeve or nothing. It's like what your grandma with a little Bubba would wear, right? Go to the fucking market. Just thought of that. Right? Right? And so they're doing the interview. And then I'm going to wrap this bitch up. So they're doing the interview. Now I want you to keep in mind right now that he drove the truck right through the fence and through the thing and then just walked away. He had a hat on. when he did that driving through the fence to the truck to the thing and walked away. So they're doing this interview, and at the end of the movie, kind of spills the beans, and it pissed me really mad, real mad. So Sylvester Stallone, they go to him, what's your secret? How do you do this? How do you win these arm wrestling matches, right? He goes, well, you know, I'll tell you, it's a little thing I do. And it completely changed me. So you see my hat? Yeah. You know how I'm wearing it like this? Yeah. Well, when I need to summon demons from below, like the demon, I just turn my hat around like this, and I become an animal! Right? More fucking less! So then I'm like, why did you turn your hat around when you crash your truck to the house? Right? Right? This thing, right? That's all you need to do? Crash your 70 through the thing? Oh, all right, what about this? Michael, come with me. No, he stays here. Oh, that's my interpretation over the top. Fuck. Yeah. All right, we're gonna work in some new jokes here. So these are like true stories that kind of happened to this ethos of a household, really, and it's since I've been through it. Again, they're not jokes about domestic violence. I want to make that very clear. It's not about a situation or any type of a way. But this is a bit and a skit I call looks bad, sounds bad, but now hear me out. For example, these are all things that happen. Well, young lady, how did you get deep scrapes and gravel and ankle and sprained wrist and kind of on your one left side, right? Looks bad. Explanation in true form. My boyfriend decided to get physical. Right? Looks bad, sounds bad, right? The look is scraped up and down like you got thrown across the road in anger. Sounds bad, boyfriend got physical, right? But, now hear me out. The boyfriend did get physical, but not in that way. We were playing basketball out on our court, which is gravel, out on the, right? Mm-hmm. So it's summertime, she got a cut off on. Little Minnie Iverson, listen, she's whooping my fucking ass. Honestly, she didn't need practice, but we're having fun. I love it, right? And so she's a baller, not me. She plays basketball really well. I don't, but we like to have fun, right? So I got one move. I don't. I think as the white guy's played rugby his whole life, I can do this backup, fake one of these things. Because one time, anyhow, moving on. So I'm losing like pretty good, but not bad. Yeah. You know, not keeping it respectable, but not getting trashed, right? And so she's just talking so much good shit. Like, it's such good trash talk. Like, it's not hurtful or anything, but I'm backing her up like this, right? Mm-hmm. Backing her up just a little bit light, like that. Well, this is where the looks bad, sounds bad, right? So as she was kind of like transitioning to do like this way, and it's gravelly, I went like this at the same time, right? Mm-hmm. This misdistribution of weight. I am 240 fucking pounds. I do not have to push very hard, right? So as I back like this, right? Like I back her like that, little Shaq move. I do not put any sauce on it. She combo with the gravel, does kind of one of these, skids on the gravel court. Lacerations as they, why they gotta keep calling laceration? All right, all up and down, right? The scrapes and the grab, right? So again, looks bad, sounds bad. Boy, hear me out. So we got that one, and then I'll give you like another example. The look. How did you get that mild concussion? Sprained wrist, the back of your shoulder, fried scapula, flowing rib, cartilage in the left knee. How? And it looks as if you survived, because they always have to make these survived, right? Fall. Looks bad, right? does it sound like? My boyfriend decided to push me off balance on my bicycle. Decided to stop short, push me off balance on my bicycle.
Oh.
Looks bad, sounds bad, but hear me out. So we were driving back from the store, or riding our bikes back from the store, rather. Sorry, or to the store. Doesn't matter. We're riding our bikes and we're having a good time. It's a nice day, Sunday. Not a nice day for her, but whatever. So we had earlier pulled off a successful bike high five. We should have fucking left it there. Should have left it at that one. Right? So looks bad. Sounds bad. But hear me out. So as we're riding back later in the day, I'm kind of a little bit in front. I'm like, yeah. As soon as I put it full out, I was like praying she would not reciprocate. But she's not a fucking animal. Of course she's going to reciprocate a 5. We both knew, right? I can't take it back. So I'm riding my bike, but then it's like I still got to watch. So I like a split second, and made her lose balance.
Oh no.
Her tire hit mine, and then this, and then as I go, she goes, barrel rolls, all the stuff. So, looks bad, sounds bad, but hear me out. So as a side funny to that story, which is true, not all the injuries are true. Of course, I have to, a little bit, but so in true, like, I don't know how to explain it. So there's not a lot of womaning that goes on with my woman, because she's amazing. But there's these little instances and nuances that are just so adorable and so amazing that, yeah, okay, we're right. Yeah, okay. So after this happened, she flipped right over the fucking handlebars. It's for real. That happened, right? I, of course, like, fuck. Felt real bad. But hear me out. So she had some money somewhere, I think in like a little cup holder or something, 3 $5 bills. It was 4 $5 bills that will come in handy in a minute. So this whole tumble happens and she goes down and I'm like, fuck. Because guess what happened earlier that day? Basketball.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was a bad day. Oh yeah, and we were eating ice cream. Well, so she goes over the bike. I didn't know there's this money in the thing, so she's kind of not laid up or nothing, but like right after it crashed, you're laughing because it's like,
Yeah.
because we both fucking knew we should not have went for the second 5 of the fucking Icarus. We flew too close to that fucking right. But anyways, so I look down and there's like 4 5s. So I'm a poor kid, man. You're not dead. Like it's a little windy. I gotta get that money up first, and then you get right. We'll help you up, right? But hear me out. This is why it's awesome. She's like, "Yep, that's the right choice." She grew up, brothers and sisters and shit, right? I'm not dead. That's the right choice. So I like, wow, $20. Here's where it gets fun. She goes, that's weird. I only had 15. I'll let that just, right? I'm like, well, no. You didn't. Did you see me put the money in there? No. Right? No. And keep in mind, this is not with like a tang of attitude. It's like an innocence that's almost colloquial in a sense. It's just, it's refreshing because it's not. So anyhow, I'm like, no, honey, well maybe you just don't remember having the 4, right? The 20, 4 5s. Nope. No, I remember how much money I put in there. It was 3 5s. So here's what I did. Fuck. Next time carry hundreds then, because, right? If we're just crashing bikes and money's appearing, right? So I was like, so instead of you perhaps grabbing the 4 5s, The other conclusion is when you crashed in this exact spot where the rest of your money you brought, the 3 5s, fell, another 5 just appeared. And to her lovely defense, she's like, yep. Yep. And she's like, guess what? She goes, well, riding 20s next. I'm like, fuck that shit. Blue or red, go home. That all really fucking happened. And it was adorable. Right? So, here's another one. That last one for this, and then. So, again, domestic violence, right? Looks bad. Sounds bad. But hear me out. Looks bad. Left black eye. Sounds bad. Cause boyfriend's right knuckles. Well, hold on, right? But hear me out. So, let's say you're a large boyfriend who, and by no means of manner of description or mission of fault, let's just say he's 6'1", 236 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal. By no mission, it could be anybody, right? You're on a swing set. You're pushing your life partner. Right? And they're pushing. And you, like, man, come on. Like, honestly, when we go in swings, like, we're fucking swinging for a bit. Like, we're going. And so, you're doing the thing. Well, there's a bald eagle that was up in the tree. And instead of me, there's a bald eagle. And everybody could safely turn their heads with no forward momentum of another fully grown adult in a swing set, right? In a swing, right? Holy shit, a bald eagle. Now we're up in there, we turn our head. Look, as you come down, I look last minute. Oh shit, your face hits my knuckles. Right? So, looks bad, sounds bad, and like, it wasn't like a big puffer, but like, I'm trying to get out of the way, right? And it's like, and you know that, but that's a momentum. Now, if you have a wonderful person, like I do, I sometimes forget that I never take things too far. But there are some, ever, I pull way back. I'm a no surrender slogan. I'm way back here. But I realize sometimes there's some jokes that I should never have gone into a partnership with my lady about, because there's a point in a domestic violence joke where you as a man no longer have a part of the joke. If your old lady decides to, I don't know, right? Just kind of flip the script. So because there's so many black eyes, she's got a lot of black eyes, right? And it's like, from rugby and the thing and that. And we are kind of accident prone. Me and her hit our head on the same fucking beam under the hot tub like 3 seconds apart. We stub our toes. We do the things. Unfortunately, I'm 6'1". I look like this. She plays rugby, basketball. That's usually pretty good. People know we're good together. So we'll sit down. She'll have a black eye. Waitress will come by and she'll look at Carolee, and she already knows. She just looks at me and I'll be like, I'll be ordering. She is just a woman. Everybody laughs because, right? Everybody knows it's a funny joke. It's all funny, right? It's all funny. So one time they'll come back and it's always female waitresses and they're kind of having a good time, and we're just like, yeah, how did you get the black eye in rugby or whatever, right? It's how it works. Oh, you guys are cute and stuff like that. And then I'll be like, she'll come back. I'm like, she's just like, that's just signal for help. She's overcooked the meatloaf. I was like, she's got that fucking body. Again, gets the laughs. Well, done this joke a few times, and this was the day I realized, I go to the bathroom. Right? Usually that's where it ends. It's a 2-part little fun hitter joke done. So back to the bathroom. Keep in mind, before this, everybody's smiling. I'm usually like, hi, guy at the rest. Right? Right? I just hit puberty. Am I right? Get back. Everybody be kind of rude to me. She's got a little snicker going on, right? Come by, here's your food. Mine just kind of gets thrown. What the fuck? Waitress come by, hope you die and burn in hell, bitch. I'm like, what is going on? Alright? And I'm like, she starts laughing. I'm like, no. You see, this isn't, now they think it's real. They think it's a real thing. And you can't not tell them. I'm like, you can't not tell them it was a joke now, because it was a joke before. Right? You feel the room change when that's taken, right? So we both learned a lesson that night. So, yeah, that's my time. That's my stand-up set. Thank you very much. I am the Derek, and always remember, nice guys don't finish last. They finish themselves. All right, thank you so much, everybody. Woo! Woo!
All right.
That was good. Thank you, guys. That was a good work through of material. Oh yeah, 3 people, 2 thumbs up. So we're gonna have. What?